Okay guys, before we start today's horoscope video, I want to show you just a little bit of the beauty that I'm looking at right now, because you got to take it in. I mean, it's been one of those days where I don't even know where the day went, let alone if I even remember getting up. It feels like I just got up and now it's time to go to bed. So I wanted to give you a little view, like a vantage point. Of course, behind me is the hills, but if you look this way, there's a beautiful, let me see if I can give you a better shot. There's a beautiful horizon of the sun setting, and there's downtown Los Angeles. And I know that the camera probably doesn't give it justice, but it's just glorious, you know? I mean, the world is a glorious place, and I live in a beautiful city, and it's warm, and it's just utopia right now. I'm sitting up here on the rooftop and loving every minute of it, just kind of reflecting on my day and taking it all in. But what I really wanted to get to in this video, and you know, it's kind of an important week, and it's broken down into a lot of great stuff. So here's where it goes. All right, so let me break it down for you. Every single day of this week has its own unique energy. And yeah, we've seen these weeks before. Of course we have. I mean, energy flows in cycles, and that's just how it goes. However, this particular week it's almost like it's painting a picture or a story for us to follow. It's like breadcrumbs being dropped from the universe, because we have the very first day, Sunday, which is a 6. And 6 is all about seeing the bigger picture. It's all about the creative visionary. So it's really a time for us to say, wait a second, now I see what I need to do. Now I see where I need to go. And now I see what it is that I need to connect with. And then we move on to the 7, which 7 is the truth seeker. So it really is about realizing your truth and really getting to the core of who you are, what you want to do, and just being authentic with yourself. And then we move into the 8, but it's actually the 17-8, which is a little bit more deep, a little bit more self-reflective than just the 8. But do expect opportunities galore, because they do fall into your lap in an 8. So if you've done the first 2 steps right, if you've done the seeing the bigger picture, taking it all in from a bigger perspective, realizing your truth on the Monday, which is today, and I have to say, you know, 16-7 is also a very volatile interchange energy. So it's like turning the chapter hard. So it was a tough day, energetically speaking. And you know, these opportunities that are coming tomorrow are all dependent on how honest you were with yourself about the truth today. And then, of course, we go on to the 9, which is, of course, high change, but take action. This is the thing I've been talking about a lot to people lately. And one of the things I was talking about today to a couple of pivotal people at my office were the fact that the law of attraction, really, I mean, people put vision boards up and they put, you know, that Bentley, that house, that thing that they want. But what are you doing to take action to make it happen? You know, you think about it and you put the passion behind it. But are you taking any steps to actually achieve that goal? And a lot of people feel stuck. They feel like, well, I'm working a dead-end job. I'm flipping burgers, or I'm working this corporate job that pays nothing, and I'm just struggling paycheck to paycheck. Well, you know, there's so many great ideas out there. I mean, think about the fact that, I mean, I'm just using my example because it's something I know. I ended up doing a project called the Give Joy Now project, and I got a Jeep from a dealership who decided to donate this Jeep to me, and they wrapped it up. They put like a vehicle wrap on it, and it was called the Joy Jeep. So I was able to get that Jeep based on taking action, calling them up and saying, you know, this is my project, this is what I want to do. So if you want that Bentley, maybe you need to make a project and get it wrapped up. You know, I'm just throwing ideas out there for you guys, but you know what I mean. You really got to take action. That's the part that people miss the most. And then we're going on again to, after that high change and taking action, we're moving into the 10, which is new beginnings because it's got the 1, but because it's a 10, it's about communication. It's about joining heaven and earth, so really taking in all the pieces so far that we've gone through during the week and putting it together in terms of heaven and earth and putting it into a perspective that is very human. So making it a reality, so to speak. And then we have a quirky day on Friday, which is more of a self-reflective day. It's more of a pause or an ebb, and we all have to have that. We all have to have our ebb days where we take it all in and we just sit and self-reflect. So do take that time and just chill and don't worry about doing on that day, because you're not going to really get far, because a pure 2 is really going to be passive and subdued, and it's meant to be that way. So take time to just breathe and reflect on what you've done so far for the week. And we're going to end the week on a 12-3 day, which 12 is a whole and complete number and 3 is a number of unity. So it's really all about things coming together, things coming full circle, everything becoming more whole and complete, but it's also about new ideas, because 3 is the number of the imagination and memory. So it's got a lot in there. The whole week has got a lot in there. So I really didn't specifically go into your signs again deliberately, because it's just been way too much lately to really just pinpoint any one sign, because we all use it differently. And you know, prior to this past 6 months or so, we did share a lot of the common denominators, but now we're using the energy much differently, because there's a lot of the different signs that are stepping up as leaders, and they're in different roles and they're in different positions. So you've just got to read yours. You really got to read it and sit with it and think about it and know that this is the main theme of what the energy is for the week, but how are you going to use it? So please do tune in next week for another great video with none other than your resident numerologist, Michelle Arbeau, for LotteryUSA.com.